Throughout history, the most dangerous ideas were never spoken aloud. They were written in books, hidden in forbidden libraries, guarded by those who understood one fundamental truth: knowledge is the ultimate weapon. Today, we reveal 7 forbidden texts that shaped the minds of the world's most powerful leaders. These are not ordinary books. They are blueprints of power, manipulation, and control that the ruling class never wanted you to read. Number 1. The Prince by Machiavelli. Written in 1513, this book was so dangerous that the Catholic Church banned it immediately after his death. Why? Because it told the truth about power. Machiavelli argued that a ruler must be willing to act immorally when necessary, that it is better to be feared than loved, that the appearance of virtue matters more than virtue itself. Every dictator, every CEO, every political strategist has read this book. It remains the most honest manual on power ever written. Number 2. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. 2,500 years old and still required reading at every military academy on earth. Sun Tzu understood that the greatest victory is the one achieved without fighting. He taught that all warfare is based on deception, that you must appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak. Napoleon carried this book into every battle. Modern billionaires apply its principles to hostile takeovers and market domination. Number 3. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This modern masterpiece was banned in most American prisons, not because it teaches violence, but because it teaches something far more dangerous: strategic thinking. Greene studied 3,000 years of history and distilled it into 48 ruthless laws. Never outshine the master. Use selective honesty to disarm your victim. Crush your enemy totally. These laws are uncomfortable because they describe the world as it actually operates, not as we wish it would. Number 4. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. The private journal of a Roman emperor was never meant to be published. Marcus Aurelius wrote these reflections to himself while leading military campaigns on the frozen frontiers of the empire. What makes this text extraordinary is its brutal self-honesty. The most powerful man in the known world, writing about his own weaknesses, his fears, his struggle to remain virtuous while wielding absolute power. It is the only book written by a ruler, for a ruler, about what power truly costs. Number 5. The Book of Five Rings by Miyamoto Musashi. Written by Japan's greatest swordsman in a cave weeks before his death, Musashi was undefeated in over 60 duels. His book transcends combat. It teaches perception, timing, and the ability to see reality without illusion. The warrior who masters all 5 rings becomes impossible to defeat, not because of strength, but because of understanding. Number 6. The Discourses by Machiavelli. While The Prince gets all the attention, scholars consider The Discourses to be his true masterwork. Here he reveals how republics rise and fall, how institutions corrupt themselves from within, and how the cycle of power repeats across civilizations. If The Prince is a manual for seizing power, The Discourses is the blueprint for keeping it across generations. Number 7. The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Greene's deepest work explores why people behave the way they do. It reveals the hidden forces driving every human interaction: envy, narcissism, aggression, short-sightedness, conformity. Understanding these patterns gives you an almost unfair advantage. You begin to see through people's masks. You predict their actions before they take them. You become, in Machiavelli's words, the fox who recognizes the traps. These 7 books share one common thread. They all teach you to see the world as it is, not as you are told it should be. The powerful have always understood this distinction. They read these books not for entertainment, but for survival. The Forbidden Library is not a place, it is a state of mind. And now, you hold the key. Subscribe for more wisdom the world doesn't want you to have.